Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and we're here today, in case you don't look at the name behind my there, with Azamara Cruises, with Michelle Lardizabal, who's the Chief Sales Officer for Azamara Cruises. And we're going to get an update on what's going on with, there's a lot with Azamara, and it's a wonderful line. I've taken it a few times. Obviously, the shot behind me is actually my photo from one of my cruises. And we're going to talk to Michelle about that and a whole lot more on Insider Travel Report. First of all, Michelle, great to see you. And yes, we do love Azamara. There you go.
I love that. And I remember when you were on us on the Onward inaugural. It was a great, great inaugural and always great to have you on our ship. So thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
And
well,
thank you for having me.
thank you. And this is our show, but you've done a lot of when you got I think it was I've been on the second and third. I think I've been on almost on every one of your four ships. So and they're all wonderful and they're all similar, but also the core slightly different. But we're going to talk a little bit about that and what exactly do you see given this is a huge industry. What is Azamara Cruises' competitive advantage?
Yeah, well, first I want to say hello to all of our travel partners and say thank you for supporting Azamar and for joining us today and wanting to learn more. I think what happens often is that travel partners always want to understand the category, first of all, that Azamara fits into. So we're squarely in the upper premium, upmarket space. And where we go from there is our competitive advantage is that we are the global leader in small ship, and we have four small, beautiful, lovely, wonderful ships that specialize in destination immersion. So what that means to an advisor's clients is that simply we go where others can't. So we are able to dock because of our size in the city center.
Mhm.
So if you are sailing Spain and you're on a larger ship, you're in Cadiz and you have to drive an hour and a half if you drive like me, 2 hours if you drive like my husband from Seville. And so Azamara sails up the river, and
Okay.
it really allows you to spend a relaxed, enjoyable time in the city, not rushed, which is the other proposition that we offer is a unique selling point of ours is that you are not rushed. This is about time, spending the most time that you can in destination to truly immerse yourself in it. And we pride ourselves on being able to say that 80% of our crews visit a port each day, and that we have the most in our competitive space in terms of late nights and overnight stays. So, you really get to know the people, the places. It really is a difference between day and night with Azamara, as we like to say.
Absolutely. And I think you also you're really focused on the cultural stuff too. You have a number of wonderful events and when you introduced the As Amazing Evenings, White Nights, things like that, right?
Yeah, that is one of our signature, two of our signature events. We are known for our As Amazing Evenings, and they are exclusive to our guests. They're curated specifically for your clients when they sail with us. It's one night that we take the entire ship off into port and spend time at a exclusive destination, whether it's an opera house, whether it's the library, and have entertainment there. It is truly just one of those memorable events on board that nobody else offers. And then we have our white nights, which are a favorite. I mean, no one does a white night like Azamara. The buffet is just unbelievable. Dining under the stars is truly spectacular. And then there's other things that we do, whether it's cultural events on board, as well as our land programs. So if
Right,
it's
right.
very
You got some great partners with your land programs, right?
Yes, I think some people are surprised to learn that we partner with Mikado. We sail in Southern Africa, so we partner with Mikado Safaris there. We have our Perry Golf that we partner with, just extending that experience and truly getting that destination immersion that you won't get anywhere else.
Yeah, no, those are some great partners and wonderful that you actually can go on a safari on a cruise, which is amazing. Now, why should travel advisors think of Azamara for their clients? What are some of the reasons why that just pop up that this is the cruise for them?
That's an easy one. We make it easy. And, I talked a little bit about time not being rushed. One of the things that you'll find on our ships is that there aren't any hassles, there aren't any crowds. Our ships hold up to about 700 guests. So really warm and friendly, attentive service that is the heart and soul of our experience. And that's our crew. They do an incredible job. And then we just make it easy, whether it's, not having to worry about tips and gratuities,
Mhm.
they're included. Not having to worry when you're going to get a drink, because whether you want that mimosa in the morning or that cocktail before dinner or the cocktail after dinner in the disco, it's all part of the inclusive package, our always Azamara inclusions. And then, of course, we have plenty of dining venues. We
Right.
also offer two specialty restaurants on every one of our ships. And some people's favorite, when you're sailing those 10, 14, 21 night cruises, to have that ability to do self-serve laundry. That's always
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw that on the list. I said, that's what I need right away. Self-serve laundry. I like to do it. People say, oh, I'd rather send it out, but I think people just want to do self-serve laundry. But you're right. I mean, it is a pretty inclusive experience on Azamara from what I remember, right?
Yeah, and I think one of the things that we're always trying to improve on and to understand is what's really resonating with our travel partners as well as their clients. So now, being a standalone independent company, we're really on a mission to connect, to learn, to listen, to understand what we need to continue, what we need to start, what we need to stop doing, to really bring an even greater value to the table for our partners to work with us as well as for their clients to sail with us. So that is our mission as we go forward. And we're learning so much and we're making changes straight away. It's really exciting time for Azamara.
No, absolutely. And that small company feel also is great because you got a little more flexibility. And your executive team up there are some very familiar names. You have obviously Dondra Ritzenthaler, who's now your president, and above him Dan Hanrahan, which I have to. It's interesting because Dan started it, was there at the beginning when Azamara was formed, right?
Yes, and so was Dondra as well. So
That's right. She was as well. Yeah.
it's a lesson that life comes full circle. And I actually say, I this is my second time working at Azamara. In my previous history, I worked at uh, RCG and was tri-branded at one point. So I've come back to Azamara as well. And it's a brand that your clients are going to want to come back to. It's just that great of an experience. And it really is something special and unique that a travel advisor should feel extremely confident in selling. And I will tell you, your clients will go on board. They will enjoy it. Our crew will take excellent care of them, and they'll come back to their advisor to book again and again and again.
Well, it should be it shouldn't necessarily be a requirement for a travel agent's client, travel advisor's client that the executive team comes back. But I think maybe in your case, it's interesting that you noted that you came back. Dondra and Dan all have come back to this brand that is really become much beloved in the industry.
Yeah, and they both have so much experience, so much to give, and so much to share. Their appreciation for the industry, for our travel partners, shines through. I mean, one of the things that we're extremely proud of is that 85% of our business comes from our travel partners. And that is our intention, to see that grow and grow and grow as our company grows. So it's really wonderful to have them as part of the team and leading the team.
Well, absolutely. And talking about travel advisors, you have a lot of benefits for advisors, right, at Azamara?
Yes, we do. It's something that we're very focused on in terms of our next evolution. We just went through a transition and we have all of these new and modern systems. And so it's about how do we curtail them and craft them to bring not only the most value to us, but to our travel partners. And so, we launched a new global reservation system. And interesting enough, we just had a contest to name it. So it was a name it to win it contest. We're always looking at opportunities to incentivize, educate, create some interesting point to just make sure that everyone keeps Azamara top of mind. And so we just had Marianne Grossfield with Just Cruises won, and we are going to be calling our new res system Res A.
Got it. Yeah.
And with that will come lots of training and tips on how to really make that system work for you. So that's one program. The other program that we're very excited about is we had to sunset our Azamara World Academy.
Right.
That's our online training tool. And we're now going to be relaunching it in September and early fall. So watch out for that, because that's another way to easily educate yourself on all things Azamara at your leisure and when you can, in between all those Azamara bookings.
You're gonna have a contest to name that academy too? A rename?
It's named. We're just relaunching
Just
it.
relaunching it. Okay, no, we're going to do a naming contest then. And then, of course, you also do some incredible commission programs, even on your land programs, right?
Yeah. I mean, our commission programs are extremely competitive, and specific to land, we offer 10%. So whether it's our land packages with Mikado Safari, whether it's our hotel, insurance transferred, it's all commissioned at 10%. And we're always looking at different ways that we can improve the commission. So one opportunity that we have, which is a new program called Pay in Full,
Mhm.
that it encourages your clients to pay in advance of final payment. And if you're familiar with Azamara, we pay commission out at final payment. So it's a way to get your commission even earlier. And it gives a benefit to your client as well with an OBC. So it's, again, a win-win-win situation, which is what we're focused on and hoping to find here at Azamara in order to really be the best partner we can possibly be to our travel partners and with our clients and guests.
And then you also urge your travel advisors to kind of register with you, right? And on your websites and through your email. Tell us a little about where travel advisors can go to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I always put myself in the shoes of a travel advisor, and there's so much information out there. So we want to have one place, one source that you can go to at any time, which is Azamara Connect, and that's our travel advisor portal. So you can register there, and that gives you access to Reze, our global reservation system. It gives you access to sales tools, marketing, information, guidelines, training, everything you need, in addition to a map of our sales team. Because I have to
Mhm.
say, one of our just incredible advantages that we have is our sales team. They are a passionate group of people that love working with their partners and helping to build business. I'm so proud of them. They are so eager to work with our partners and just help build the business and help educate everyone on Azamara. So definitely log on to Azamara Connect and reach out to your strategic business development manager.
Okay, and I think that website is what, connect.azamara.com?
Exactly.
And then if you can't get through there, I think it's sales.service@azamara.com. So that's how you can get through to your folks and get going on this, because this is a wonderful product to sell to your clients. Now, speaking of product, and you've trademarked, almost, I think it is a trademark, destination immersion, and you're going to some very unique destinations this year and next. So tell us a little bit about what's going on for the rest of this year, for 25 and even 26.
So we're excited. We're going back to, many don't know that we travel to South Africa, we sail to Australia, South America. Later this fall, we have a ship sailing down the eastern seaboard, going into Canada, coming down to Miami, and we'll sail through the Panama Canal. Later next year, we're introducing Greenland, which is new to us. And we also have our grand voyages, which can be anywhere from 35 to 78 nights.
Wow,
As well as
that's like almost a world cruise, right?
yeah, and we have a world cruise. We finished
Okay.
our world cruise just recently this past year, and it was phenomenal. We'll actually have a testimonial video from some of our guests and some of your clients in terms of their experience and just the rave reviews. It was wonderful to hear from them and wonderful to see that we really delivered on this true bucket list item for so many people. And so we're excited to do it again for 25 and 26. And then I think for 26, you're going to have to tune in later this summer as we release our next round. We have some exciting new destinations. So I'm going to leave that as a teaser. But one thing that you can count on with Azamara is we're going to take you places that are the marquee ports, as well as those hidden gems, those out of the way places that you may not have thought of, but are the ones that really stand out and make that vacation just indescribable, checking off the bucket list and wanting to tell all of your friends and wanting to sail with us again and again. We really take pride in the crafted and curated specifically with that explorer mindset in mind, so that we really deliver on our promise of being the global leaders in destination immersion. So
No, no, absolutely. And just not to let the cat out of the bag, but I think one of your things in 26 is I thought there were no more solar eclipses left, but I think you have a sailing in there. Yeah.
yes, we do. We actually have two ships that will be exploring that, and we have some we haven't launched it yet, but we'll have all the details of the two itineraries, but they will be coming out shortly, so look for that in the summer as well. But we have two sailings that will two ships that will be sailing along that path for
And
the
then, of course, we
eclipse.
mentioned earlier that you're partner with Perry Golf, and you have a number of Perry Golf sailings. I know for the rest of this year and into next year, right?
Yeah, they're wildly popular. I mean, the British Open obviously catches everyone's attention, but I think if you're a golfer, being able to take a cruise and possibly golf at 6 different courses during your cruise, it's phenomenal. I mean, it's just a fantastic partnership and really speaks to the golfers as well as the golfers' partners who may or may not be into golf, and it gives them an avenue to do the opportunity to see some of the local sites in history and culture too. So there's something for everyone when you sail with Azamara, whether you participate in the Prairie Golf program or not. But if you're a golfer, it is something you absolutely must check out.
And then another thing I saw in my notes here that you have something called Chart Your Own Course. I don't know if you want to talk about that or not. It's something about travel advisors are going to design this. Tell us a little bit about that if you can.
Yeah, I'm extremely proud. This is one of those initiatives that we started last year, which was we had a contest to allow a travel advisor to design their own itinerary. And we had Erica Lane, who came into our offices, sat with our executive committee, sat with Mike Paulus, who designs our itineraries, and literally plotted out an itinerary looking at the mileage between ports, what you can do. And she crafted an incredible itinerary, which will be launched in the summer release. So look for that. But I think it's the first of its kind where a cruise line has allowed a travel advisor. I mean, that's how much we believe in our partners, was to allow them to work side by side with us and really create an itinerary that was a dream of hers and her daughters, and it's going to come true. So it's really exciting to see, and we can't wait to release that.
Well, if that works, I'm sure that you'll have other advisors lining up to suggest itineraries where they'd like to go or where their clients would like to go. And that's a fabulous program. Absolutely. Now, Michelle, anything else you want to tell us about what's going on with Azamara now?
Well, I just want to say that a huge thank you. We really, again, we rely on travel partners, and we know how dedicated you are to your clients and delivering an incredible experience for them. And we want you to know that you can count on Azamara to participate fully and support you and make sure that those clients have an incredible time on board our ships and come back to you again and again. So if you need information, reach out to us. We're here for you, and know that there is nothing but amazing new itineraries, new places to see, new tools at your disposal, all coming to you so that you can build your Azamara business. So check us out, log on to Azamara Connect and connect with your sales manager. And thank you.
Fantastic. Well, Michelle, thank you very much for taking the time to update us. I'm excited because I have gone on a lot of, I think I've gone on every one of your ships at one point since the brand began, and I was there when the brand was actually created. I was at the pier when they unveiled the name, and then I watched it as it's developed and become one of the more popular cruise brands in the industry because you have these wonderful small-sized ships. You go to places other people don't go. And you're very innovative in terms of the way you organize your itineraries with more overnights, more late nights, and really destinations that a lot of folks don't go to. So again, thank you so much for letting us know all about this.
Thank you, James. My pleasure. Take care.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.